bro, I hate when like you get a haircut and I ain't like do my hair or nothing, bro. I look like I don't even got no haircut, bro. I look ugly as hell, I look dingy. My bad, bro. But look though, look. This is not the full video. I just want y'all to listen to this Meek Mill song before we get to this, okay? Just listen to it, cause like I love this song. I was listening to it like last night, and I was just hearing shit, and I like was kind of starting to put shit together. So I just want y'all to listen to it before we get into this. All right, cause he. This came out 2 years ago, by the way. 2 years ago. 2 years ago. Just listen to it, bro. Let's just have a, should I just come on, you feel me? Like,
cause I already know too many angels.
A vibe session. Vibe session.
Cause I already know
Too many angels. What he said?
Yeah. I've been grinding all my life, chasing dreams.
Not really paying attention with it due to my health.
And I can tell you that this life ain't what it seems. But no matter what it is, I stay true to myself. I say young nigga rumble and stay humble through the fake shit. All this money and bad bitches, I'm in the matrix. Trying to be successful and still fighting over cases. At times I get angry at God, like why you take nip. Got me losing hope in the hood, I'm feeling hatred. For niggas that look just like me, same color faces. She say she ain't fucking a year.
I told her taste it.
She did it on the first night, and
I'm looking for my first wife.
trying to find trust in my heart, but it don't hurt right. Think I'm getting none of the pain, so it don't hurt right.
There you go.
I just want to go to my hood,
Willie the dirt bike,
and post up on the block with the
ones that think that I forgot
how we was standing on the corner with them Glocks.
But I know
If I go back to that corner, I get shot or get rocked in a box to make
me
me.
fade away.
I miss y'all too, but it's my calling to go pave the way.
Should I
just real.
For real. Just wait, bro. You didn't hear what he said at the beginning. That's why I was looking at you crazy. Just hold on. There's more. Oh, there's more. Huh. Should I just wear? Cause I already know too many angels.
Yeah, and everybody competing on social media. Shit is fake, all it did was make us greedier. I got it all and I be still feeling needier. Trying to shine for all the times they ain't believing us, so I kinda relate when I see you being fake. Shorty, take that makeup off, I wanna see your face. Standing in the club, popping bottles, sipping ace. Looking at the people, looking at me like I'm straight. Knowing I've been going through some shit that I don't speak about. Lately I've been stressing about, man, fuck it, I'ma leave it out. Let them know my business, they gon' judge me, fuck it, keep them out. I've been soul searching all alone, digging deep in there. Trying to find my truth, dream chasing as a youth. Last night shit, I was stressing, I woke up and bought a coupe. Put it on the gram and made a cash and that was cool.
But I feel better when I'm picking Poppy up from school.
Cause chillin' with my mom is feel better than when I'm chillin' with a dog. Cause I know all these hoes, they ain't really on my side. And I know, saying my bro, but he ain't really down the slide. And it's a few that got my back and I can feel it in my spine. And we gon' chase these dreams.
Come on. He been putting it in our face the whole time. This whole song, he talking about his demons. His demons. And I'm talking about his sex demons. I'm talking about his Diddy demons. He been talking about the whole time in this whole song. I've been singing this song for 2 years. I just wanted y'all to listen to in his spine. He feel it in his spine. Alright, so just so we got that shit out the way. He been telling this shit. But now we get into it. How Meek Mill clowned himself out of his career. Out of his career.
And #1 records in his catalog, it's fair to say that Meek Mill was once considered one of the biggest artists in the game. Now, rappers losing their spotlight isn't anything unusual. We have seen countless artists rise and fall for many different reasons over the years. But what makes Meek's journey from the top of the music industry to a lower level of fame so intriguing is not that he lost his ability to produce quality music, but instead, it was simply the fact that he became an internet laughingstock, and people haven't let up on scrutinizing or mocking every single thing he does. How did this happen? Especially for a rapper like Meek Mill, whose career began as a respected street artist and was raised in one of the grittiest neighborhoods of Philadelphia. My name is Luesta, and today we're investigating all of the events that led Meek Mill to getting clowned out of his career. Capable of spitting bars which depicted him in those rough areas.
Is it like really that bad though? Like, if Meek Mill dropped again, you wouldn't listen to it? Nigga, I'm listening to it. He hard still. He just gay.
Of the city of brotherly love, Meek's early work felt raw, rugged, and essential at a time when not many street artists were popping off.
The summer nights can even
Turn cold.
In the streets of Philly when niggas don't even get to turn old. My heart pumping to a turn gold. You niggas stuck in neutral and riding like fuck it, it's a long road.
And even to this
That nigga
day,
was so
people
ugly,
still reminisce
but-
to the times when he was dropping classic mixtapes, or even his debut studio album, Dreams and Nightmares, which was home to one of the greatest intros of all time.
Times like this, the
Rhyme like this, so I had to grind like that to shine like this. In a matter of time I spent on some locked up shit in the back of the paddy wagon on.
His potential was evident for
I ain't gonna
all
lie,
to
the
see,
first
so
time I
much
ever
so
heard
it's
that
hard to
song
believe.
was sophomore year. Damn, and I was at a game.
That it went so
Shit so
wrong
hard.
from there. But if we're to look back at when things began to get out of his grasp, it arguably started with a rapper who's about as far removed from the streets of
Aubrey!
Philly as possible. If we were to pinpoint the moment where Meek went from a formidable MC to a figure
He
of ridicule,
did beef with
it's fair that
Drake,
beefing with
bruh.
Drake is when things went from good to bad. As everyone, including myself, has covered
Hella forgot
extensively,
about that.
Meek and Drake had a collaborative relationship
Oh,
until
yeah,
a track
'cause
by the
Drake
name of
killed
Rico,
this nigga.
which dropped on Meek Mill's 2015 album, Dreams Worth More Than Money. After Meek took exception to a line about the girl of your dreams, which he interpreted to be about his then girlfriend Nicki Minaj, a beef ensued when Meek decided to out Drizzy for having a ghostwriter. But ghostwriter or not,
yeah,
he was
oh,
about to
yeah.
get smoked when it came time for diss tracks to drop. On Back to Back and Charged Up, Meek pretty much got bodied in front of the whole world to see by
Facts,
Drake.
facts.
To add insult to injury, Drizzy then detailed on his song Summer 16 that one night when they were both in the Four Seasons, Meek and Nicki had the room below his suite. To capitalize on this, he played Back to Back over and over again, with Meek doing nothing about it. Considering Meek was known as the hard-edged rapper from Philly, this wasn't a good look. But what
the
didn't help is
fuck?
that there
I
was a
didn't know
domino
that.
effect to getting clowned by Drizzy that even his then MMG label mate Wale
Wale.
got involved in.
I honestly think, you know, he brought like a pencil to a gunfight. He didn't bring a knife, like a pencil. You know what I'm saying? You piece of paper. Try to paper cut him to death. Like, you can't compete with somebody that got them type of relationship.
In response, Meek didn't aim at Wale meaningfully. Instead, he went to Twitter, a place that would soon become a routine source of mockery for him, to basically say that he got his feelings hurt. Wale just ain't gonna tweet a thing about my album. He's been hating on me for a long time now. Don't even text me, cornball.
Damn.
Alongside coming across as overly sensitive, the fallout from the Drake beef continued to have a ripple effect on his career, because every time he tried to stick his neck out and reassert himself, he just got destroyed publicly time and time again. When he
Yeah.
decided to fixate on Drake's alleged ghostwriter, Quentin Miller, and even ordered his goons to put the beats on him at one point, it just seemed like a complete overkill to most people. Still unwilling to take the L and simply move on, Meek then implanted himself into the Joe Budden and Drake beef, where he referred to Budden as a crackhead. In typical fashion, Joe clapped back with a simple but effective putdown, and basically won the beef by letting the world
that was
know
kinda
that he was
funny.
simply too elite of a spitter to go blow for blow with Meek. Whereas when
Man,
50
come on, man. Ain't nobody listening to that bullshit. Come on, man. Ain't nobody listening to that bullshit. I'm listening to Meek Mill before goddamn Joe Budden. Ugly ass nigga. Man, come on, man.
then waded into the whole scenario,
Come on,
he
man.
seemed to bypass Meek's talents and go straight at his intelligence. When 50 Cent was asked about how Meek was dealing with his beef with Drake, he mentioned that Meek Mill made a questionable move by starting
I'm
trouble
banging
with
my head,
AR
bro.
Ab. AR Ab is not just a rapper from Philadelphia like Meek Mill, but he's also known for being involved in some serious criminal activities that has him locked up in prison for the foreseeable future. Drake
Damn.
had mentioned AR Ab in Back to Back, and Meek Mill's decision to target him was seen by 50 Cent as a bad move, suggesting it wasn't smart to stir up issues with someone so notorious.
It turned into the kid being on stage saying fuck ARF. And I didn't understand it when he did that. I was like, this is special kind of stupid going on over here. Now you just took something that completely was non-threatening with Drake and this one and turned it into something that could potentially turn into you bumping in Philly.
True.
You know, he's really not that bright. That
Wait,
kid is
who is
not
he
that
talking
bright.
about?
Look,
He talking about
easiest
Drake
thing
or
you
me?
can do is bring other people into the statements that you're saying, right? While you're
Facts.
writing music.
Over time, Meek would backpedal to the point that he would even collaborate with Drake again, making this the first of several mishaps that he would make when it came to public relations over the years. However, while Drake and Meek eventually managed to patch things up, the same really can't be said for him and Academics. This long-running feud started when Meek first became aware of Ac's content and his existence. Academics never reported
He just didn't like the nigga off rip. He just didn't like, bro. Bro, nigga said, I don't like this fat ass nigga, bro. He always like the way he looked.
Often calling his albums a flop and that he was steadily becoming irrelevant.
You spent all that money and still didn't hit over 100.
Damn.
This is sad.
It's important to mention that Ak is a diehard fan of Drake, and the fact that Drake and Meek had a feud in the past could certainly fuel his hatred towards him. But once he realized Academics had been covering his music on his account, he declared it a mumble rap promotion page. Ak isn't exactly loved by everyone, but even those who strongly dislike him realized that Meek was going overboard. Meek playing with himself with this shit. If it's really a mumble rap promo page, then why bother caring about it? Meek mostly just comes off as salty here. Surprisingly, Meek didn't catch on to the fact that targeting Ak, a hip-hop blogger, wouldn't really bring him any benefits. Despite this, he continued to go after Ak whenever the opportunity arose, such as the time when he tweeted this in June of 2020, saying, "Academics is canceled because he's a bad police and our culture doesn't need them." He also gassed a lot of beefs that got people killed and hurt and never donated $1 to the culture. We gon' holla at you next run, champ. While some agreed with Meek, others found it amusing that he believed he was in a position to target Ak and didn't hesitate to share their thoughts. People letting a blogger get them this mad? You know you can't cancel nobody, weak Mills. As time went on, each interaction between Meek and Ak seemed to backfire on
like
Meek,
this, bro.
only reinforcing the idea that he is no longer a figure to be feared or respected. And when he essentially suggested that he was going to place a bounty on Ak's head, the blogger didn't hesitate to remind him that the whole thing was ridiculous coming from a platinum-selling artist.
Stop snitching on yourself. Stop telling the world you're greenlighting people and just do what you have to do. Because right now, like, when you say green lighting, I send that to the police. I'm gonna be honest with you. Oh, yo, are you green lit? Wait, Meek Mill just told me in front of the world I'm green lit? Okay, here's the cops. Hey, Meek Mill, that's his account, that's his people. He say I'm green lit. Are you dumb?
From that initial interaction onwards, Meek made an influential enemy who would be ready to pounce whenever he slipped up. As a result, whether Meek is weirdly eating fries from his legs by the pool, hanging from bamboo sticks, or allegedly paying for posts from blogs to try and boost his lackluster sales, Ak has always been there to catalog his many errors, including when he went for one of the most controversial figures in hip-hop in what should have been a home run.
But see, Ak is a dick rider, bro. At this point, like, you really have to hate on everything this nigga doing. Like, literally, bro. You see his career going down, bro. You have to keep on hating on this nigga, bro. Just leave it be, bro. At this point, bro, you just eating dick, bro. Dead ass.
Only to lose out again. A longtime friend of Academics, former king troll of hip-hop and verified snitch, Tekashi 6ix9ine's journey has taken a severe downturn in recent years. And yet, the man who had ratted on everyone in the 9 Trey Bloods somehow still got one over on Meek when they were beefing, only further cementing the sense that he was not to be taken seriously. After a series of back-and-forth exchanges, the situation escalated when they encountered each other in Atlanta. This led to a heated argument happening entirely behind their security teams.
He's not. I still fuck with me.
Security. This is security.
Why do I like Meek's voice so much? I feel like that's gay, but
You take and you with police. And you with police. Look, that cop. That cop.
It didn't look good for either of them, but for Meek, who was seen as a real gangster, it especially hurt his image, which was already taking a lot of hits. For many people who supported him before, this moment seemed like a turning point. Meek became an L after this shit. I'm sorry, I can't fuck with Meek after this. For others, it was a sign that Meek had some growing up to do.
Gotta stop putting people in positions that they're not ready to be in. I feel like a lot of the shit that Meek has going on, he was kind of pushed into it. Any wrong move and you could become the villain.
Right. Meek should have ran from that situation, and the internet would have killed him and said, look at Meek running. Like, no matter what, Meek was gonna lose in that situation.
This brings us to a critical aspect of Meek's career. For years, he seems to be caught in somewhat of an identity crisis where he can't decide whether or not he wants to be a street rapper or a motivational figure. This uncertainty in his choices often makes it easier for fans to criticize him. Obviously, in his younger days, no one expected Meek to be a socially aware rapper. But following his incarceration in 2017 from a parole violation, the man that re-emerged seemed to be different. After being released from jail, Meek became a campaigner for change, teaming up with Michael Rubin, who also wouldn't make things any easier for Meek in the long run. As you'll see later, Meek launched the Reform Alliance, an organization which fought to change how the prison system and sentencing operated. This was a far cry from street beef, and it looked like Meek had really turned the corner.
I come from being in prison just 7 days ago, what I call history, because I know it's a lot of voices,
that nigga head so big.
And people I personally know from being in prison, sitting next to them every day, who are dependent on me. And I feel like God has given me a great platform to help many others and make Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and the world a better place.
However, just months after it appeared he had a new focus and brand direction, he was back to speaking recklessly.
Man, Philly not no damn Pennsylvania. Wait, is it? How you spell Philadelphia? Philadelphia. Ah, I definitely spelled that bitch wrong. Oh, it's Phila. Oh, I said Philly. I'm tripping. Oh, it is in Pennsylvania. What the fuck? Nigga, where the fuck I been? I ain't know that.
Example of this is when he got himself banned from the area by a local artist named Poundside Pop. Rather than continuing to preach the virtues of peace or rising above it, Meek tweeted, "We run the hood. The fuck is you saying? LOL." At a time where he should have been moved on from worrying about running Philly to running his own businesses like his mentor Jay-Z, Meek had still talked tough whenever the opportunity arrived. And at the age of 36, it's not necessarily a look.
Bro, it's 36?
I be hearing a lot of people talking and shit like that. It's really older like that. Like if I go out in my hood, it's really like that. We really are not. I don't want to entertain of. We say we got 500 murders a year. That means it's a lot of killers in our neighborhood. When I come out in Philadelphia, I'm like super safe.
You not one of them.
It's not nothing to promote. And if I come out, we bring real street niggas together from city to city.
Yet, as Wayno noted on Everyday Struggle, this wasn't a lesson Mill seemed willing to learn, and it meant that his own Dream Chasers label couldn't take off as it should.
I wish that Meek would see that he's like, I wouldn't say above things, but certain things he just gotta stay out of. You know what I mean? As an artist, as a person in the game.
I think Meek just needs to I think what he's saying is completely right, bro. I think he just needs to stay off internet, stay off the Twitter and shit, all that shit. He needs to just cancel that shit, be out, don't speak for a while, drop some music later on in the year, bro. Literally, bro. Like, dead ass. He just needs to go off the grid for a little bit, bro. Like, dead ass, bro. He's not gonna fall off till he's Meek Mill, bro. I don't think Meek Mill can fall off. That's kind of crazy to say Meek Mill fell off, bro. Meek Mill been on his entire life, bro. Like, he can't fall off. So no matter how long he gone, he will always have a name. So I think he should be gone for months and drop later on in the year, bro. Like, dead ass.
A lot of them
just
don't want to leave
stop
the streets
with the Twitter shits, bro.
There's a lot of bullshit that comes with it, but the streets is a mentality.
Especially right now.
I understood Meek's intent, but realistically, yo, I think that Meek just need to leave a lot of shit alone because a lot of artists don't want to sign with Meek, and I don't know for what reason, but I don't, we haven't seen Meek as the artist that breaks artists. I think he needs to just create some detachment.
Yes, bro.
Rather than just being a statement without evidence, Wayno's words would come true when it was revealed Roddy Ricch happily discarded his ties to Meek once he got big. To preface this, it's important to note that Roddy Ricch was once speculated to be on Meek Mill's Dream Chaser label, to the point that he was even spotted wearing a DC chain. Roddy Ricch had a vague affiliation to Meek back in his early days. However, as time passed on, Roddy's connection to Meek began to fade. And he has since stated that if he were to sign with any artist's label, it would have been Nipsey Hussle's, as he felt Nipsey did more for him than Meek ever did. Still, Meek continued to assert that Roddy was taken from him by Atlantic Records, and that he had been blackballed during one of his infamous Twitter rants. In response, Roddy, who is 11 years younger than Meek, explained that this wasn't the right way to go about business.
My only situation with him, he know this, so I can say whatever I want to say. One thing you're not gonna ever hear me do, I'm a real nigga. I don't speak on shit with niggas. I explain this to him. Please, let's not speak on our business and situations.
can't even call each other on the phone.
Essentially cut out of the Roddy Ricch story, this isn't even the only time that his label basically threw Meek to the side. Even when he was deep into his career and should have been seen as a fully fledged star when he released 2021's Expensive Pain, they still treated him like any other artist they had just signed. So why would they do this? Well, due to how Meek is treated these days and how much the fanbase's perception of him has changed over the years, they can do so with no consequences. Besides, his sales figures have kept declining to the point that even when he and Rick Ross dropped a long-awaited collaborative album in 2023, it peaked at number 23 on the...
Wait, whoa? Wait, what? Wait, what? They dropped a collab album in 2023? What? Oh, damn. Oh, damn. Did he fall off? Damn. Yo, did Meek fall off? I did not notice. Did he fall off? Fuck.
The charts and barely sold 31,000 units. Robbed of that kind of hunger his fanbase used to have for new music, Meek is still trying to keep the buzz alive. But unfortunately, the way he goes about it also plays into how he's treated like a punchline by so much of the hip-hop audience. But rather than sticking to his guns and doing what he wants to do, Meek cares far too much what people think. This was a special...
he do, bro. To be honest, I think Meek just needs to start shooting people, bro. Like, really. I'm not even lying. He just needed... To get his street cred up, he need to shoot somebody, bro. Dead ass. Or fucking beat somebody ass on camera, bro. Like, dead ass, bro. He need to get his street cred up, bro.
Clear in June of 2023
right now,
when
bro.
Meek took to Twitter to basically ask if he fell off. Who thinks I fell off or don't really think I got it with rapping anymore? I for real need answers and tell the truth because I'm not taking it personal. I need to hear how people think before I do what I do. A social experiment. With fans ultimately agreeing that his music doesn't hit as it used to in recent years, this intense search for validation left both fans and hip-hop commentators such as Charlamagne the God to clown him even more.
Why do you care what people on social media think? Why do people need validation from social media? And by the way, Meek, you can't get on social media and ask a question like that because nobody's there to give you serious answers.
Not at all.
Cut it out.
I would say probably 80% is going to be BS and they just going to be attacking you because they can.
And when you consider how brutally Kanye West disrespected Meek, it's obvious that the big dogs in the game also don't see him in the same light because of everything he's done to make himself a target for clowning. For example, look how Kanye reacted when Meek tried to call him out for wearing a White Lives Matter t-shirt amidst the George Floyd riots.
And I put White Lives Matter on a t-shirt. Oh, you know what? Let's go get celebrities. Let's go get Puff Daddy. Let's get Dave Chappelle. Let's go get Meek Mills. What made somebody think Meek Mills could say something to me?
What makes Meek Mills can say something to me? Hell no.
Crying, laughing at somebody.
Oh.
Meek Mills.
This nigga not even saying his name. Bro, nah. This is disrespectful. Bro said Meek Mills. Who is that nigga, bro?
Although he didn't respond to these claims, it didn't make any impact because at the end of the day, Ye and Meek are seen as in two different leagues. Not only creatively, but financially. As Ye has no shortage of slip-ups on his record, the one thing you can't say is that he isn't true to himself. Meanwhile, the past few years have resulted in Meek being viewed as a toy for billionaires who like to boost their credibility by dealing with hip-hop, as was the case for Michael Rubin. As I mentioned earlier, Meek has been linked up with Michael Rubin for a long time. Since then, he's added Robert Kraft to his list of exceptionally wealthy friends. But that doesn't explain the way that he gets treated by these guys, considering that Michael Rubin should really be treating him like an equal partner in their organization. Meek, the former gangster from Philly, has allowed himself to be mocked by these people too. Posting pictures of the toilet bowl after the Rubin white party like a sorority girl on wine coolers, to the many, many pictures of them embracing very tightly. The relationship with Rubin might have done wonders for his advocacy, but not for his reputation.
You're gonna get another drunken hug tonight. I don't care what anyone says. You're getting a drunken hug. You too. You too. Drunken hugs are coming tonight.
Hey,
let me find out Baby one of them ones too, bro. And I've been saying I don't give a fuck about Lil Baby, nigga. That nigga dog shit. So yo, this is freaky, man. Come on,
freaky ass billionaires. Are they sharing a blanket? To make things worse, it doesn't seem like the address book is being put to work either. With Baby also getting his reputation destroyed by staying around Rubin, it was presumed they were to acquire Game. But by the looks of it, this isn't the case whatsoever, as Meek still can't bring his projects to life.
Meek said this on Threads. He said, yo, where's that person in Silicon Valley that will work with people like myself with influence and build this social media music-based app where you go to hear new music, watch exclusive interviews and content? Where?
I mean,
If you sign up, you make new content from your favorite artists and sports players. I think I would do sports and entertainment.
What?
Meek Science. Now, if you're hanging around 15 billionaires and you still tweeting like this trying to find that nigga, what the fuck are these doing?
Oh my God.
What are they doing for you?
Free
I
hugs.
think Meek may have meant to send this in the group chat. I'll be like, yo, Meek, why are you asking the general internet this? Meek should be going to Mike Rubin and saying, listen, no more drunken hugs. I don't want you to try to rub my leg no more, brother. What I want you to do is that I have this idea for an app. Y'all are using me for my social equity and my cultural.
You got no. He's dead ass speaking facts. You got 15. You hanging around billionaires every day. You can't just ask them to let's make this goddamn app. Instead, you want to fucking ask Twitter. Like, come on, bro.
Yo, let's do business.
Between all of the mistreatment he's received both in rap and within the most exclusive sectors of society, it's now created a scenario where no matter what he does now, it's always tainted by his public persona away from the mic. As a result of this, it doesn't matter what he does, the go-to response is to mock him. For instance, Meek wasn't even given any leeway when his team made it to the Super Bowl. Although Dreams and Nightmares was a bit of an unofficial anthem for the Eagles, his decision to celebrate them making it to the big game with a freestyle over Hit 'Em Up just led to even more trolling. Bro could have just congratulated the team and moved on, always doing the most. I refuse to believe Meek Mill is a real person. Aside from that, one of the biggest factors that continues to
Come on, now
damage
that's
Meek's
bullshit. All he did was make a little freestyle, bro. That's bullshit. Niggas hating.
credibility is that things just aren't well thought out. Screaming in fast food restaurants aside, this is a guy who will ask how African people hear his music, or announce his love for Candace Owens, even after she spent months dissing him for going to jail, and not expect to get any backlash because he doesn't calculate his moves at all. Likewise, when he tries to assert himself, like when he recently revealed that he charges $250K for a feature, all people did was wonder how this was possible in 2024. We can name 1,000 better ways to spend $250K other than a Meek Mill verse. Seen as the butt of every joke, it's reached a point where he can't even kick an abuser off his label without getting blasted for it. Once footage surfaced of Dream Chasers' artist, Vori, literally threatening to kill his girlfriend, Meek Mill took swift and decisive action to remove him from the label ranks. As, let's face it, the last thing Meek needs is even more bad publicity or reason to be torn down by the general public. But even with Vori behaving in such a deplorable way on camera, people were still not willing to take Meek's side or stand with him in the action he took.
why?
Dude always preaching about some bullshit. Bro, we don't even care if you're from Philly.
Bro,
Vori
they
is better than you.
hating.
This ain't 2012. No longer seen as a top-tier artist, nor a cultural figure of note, it's fair to say that Meek's mishandling of his public image and the scrapes he's gotten himself into have really done considerable damage to his career. To make matters worse, it was recently revealed that Meek was one of the redacted names listed in a new sexual lawsuit against Sean Diddy Combs, leading many to believe the rapper is gay. This has sparked numerous memes all across social media, as Meek's response to the drama was to say anything but admit it was false.
I don't think Meek is gay. I do not think Meek is gay. But he is incredibly bad at proving he's straight.
However, Meek tried to be smart in this situation and put out a 5-song album in an attempt to capitalize off the publicity. Sadly, it would backfire. And as stated in this post by his enemy, Academics, the results weren't looking too well.
Man, bro, that shit's sad, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That shit, I actually needed to watch that because, like, damn, bro. Oh my gosh, man. That shit just made him look so bad. I did not know niggas did not take this nigga serious, bro. Damn. I still like his music. I'm still listening to that shit, but, bruh. Follow my Twitch. Thank you, Zaire. Love y'all. Hope you love me too, because I love you. And if you love me, then I love you. So have a nice, great, beautiful, splendid day. Rest of the day. It's what, Sunday? Monday.